My back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
It all started on what seemed like a normal Tuesday. Nothing unusual, nothing out of place. But within minutes, the internet was flipped on its head. A leaked phone call, 3 minutes long, surfaced online, and it wasn't just any ordinary call. This was between Teyana Taylor and someone no one expected, Aaron. And what they talked about, it was enough to shake everything people thought they knew. At first, it felt like a prank. Maybe someone stitched audio together for clout. Maybe it was AI. But when longtime fans started pointing out the tone, the exact way Teyana laughs, how Aaron pauses between sentences, it became clear. This was real. And the words they were saying? Unreal. She looks like me, Aaron said. And you. Then came Teyana's voice, low and hesitant, saying, "Don't make me do a DNA test now. You know what that means." Just like that, the story took off. The Teyana and Iman love story wasn't just some couple thing. It was a brand. They were the red carpet royalty, the TikTok trendsetters, the Vogue-approved dream team. From cute family moments to emotional interviews about love, loyalty, and marriage, they gave the world an image that felt untouchable. But now, with just one audio leak, it felt like the foundation was cracking. Aaron was not a stranger. He'd been in Teyana's life way before Iman. Back when she was still hustling through late-night studio sessions and finding her voice in industry that doesn't always give space for Black women to shine. Aaron wasn't just producing tracks, he was there emotionally, creatively, and maybe, just maybe, romantically. People started digging up old clips. One video from 2013 showed Teyana and Aaron laughing backstage. She was wearing an oversized hoodie, hair tied back, completely herself. And the way he looked at her, that look was now being analyzed like a crime scene photo. Because suddenly, people weren't just curious, they were convinced. Was this why Teyana and Iman had been so quiet lately? Rumors of tension had been floating for a while, but no one paid attention. Celebs always have ups and downs. But now, Iman had unfollowed Teyana on Instagram. He removed their anniversary post, deleted their daughter's birthday video. Silence speaks, and this silence was screaming. Then came Aaron's post. Just one blurry picture, a baby hospital bracelet with a caption that read, "You look like me, and that's enough." That's when everything exploded. Fans were connecting dots, running side-by-sides of Aaron and the child. "Look at the nose," one tweet said. "Now look at the eyes," another added. TikTok sleuths did breakdowns on facial symmetry. It got to the point where even people outside the fanbase started paying attention. And then, out of nowhere, a second voicemail leaked. This time, Aaron wasn't talking to Teyana. He was venting to someone else, maybe a friend. "She told me to stay quiet," he said. Said she wasn't ready to blow up her marriage. But that little girl deserves the truth. Now, it wasn't just drama. It was emotional, painful, real. Aaron didn't sound angry. He sounded tired, heartbroken. And that's when things took another unexpected turn. Rumors surfaced that Aaron had quietly filed paperwork. A paternity test was being requested. At least that's what a gossip page claimed. A blurry court doc went viral, but nothing was confirmed. Teyana's team remained silent, but she posted a single line on her Instagram story. "God's plan is bigger than their opinions." Fans were divided. Some stood by her, saying she deserved privacy. Others demanded answers. "This ain't just about you," one comment said. "There's a child involved." Meanwhile, Iman was reportedly seen leaving a law firm in LA. No smiles, no eye contact with paparazzi. Just straight to his car. And that was enough to start a whole new wave. Was he filing for divorce? Was he asking for custody? The theories piled up. But through all the chaos, one thing became clear. Teyana and Aaron had a story that wasn't over. More audio leaked. This time, just a whisper. Aaron saying, "If you love me, say it now. Because I can't keep doing this." Her voice cracked back. "You know I do. I always did." That one clip, under 15 seconds, broke hearts. Everyone started questioning the timeline. When did this start? How long had Aaron been in the picture? Was Iman ever suspicious? Did he know from the beginning? The lack of answers made everything feel heavier. Then, a private investigator's report allegedly leaked. The document claimed Aaron and Teyana were spotted meeting multiple times in late 2023. Always discreet, always private. No kissing, no PDA. But the familiarity? Unmistakable. One quote read, "They didn't need to touch." Their energy said everything. For fans, this was too much. The betrayal felt personal. Because Teyana and Iman weren't just celebrities. They were symbols of Black love, resilience, and trust. If they couldn't make it, who could? But then came a shocking twist. Teyana's close friend, who had remained silent throughout, finally spoke up. In an exclusive interview, she said, "People don't know the whole story. Iman wasn't always the saint everyone thought he was." She hinted that during a rocky time in their marriage, Teyana had been emotionally abandoned. She didn't cheat, the friend said. She survived. That changed the conversation. Suddenly, it wasn't just about betrayal. It was about pain, silence, and years of emotional distance. Fans who had turned on Teyana started to soften. They began asking different questions. What if she had felt alone? What if Aaron was just there when Iman wasn't? Still, the question of paternity lingered. Then finally, the moment everyone had been waiting for arrived. A statement dropped. Not a press release, not a tweet, but a handwritten note posted to Teyana's story. It read, "Sometimes the truth doesn't look how you imagined, but it's still the truth. I've taken the test, and soon everyone will know." That's when the internet truly lost it. People waited. Days passed. Speculation grew louder. And then the results were leaked. It showed a 99.9% match. Aaron was the biological father. Fans gasped. Some cried. Others said they knew it all along. Iman? He went completely silent. He deactivated his account. Paparazzi camped outside his home, but he didn't speak. Teyana posted a photo of her daughter, holding both her hands. One tiny hand in her left, one in Aaron's right. The caption, "Family in all forms." And just like that, the fairy tale ended. But a new story had begun. The aftermath wasn't quiet. People couldn't stop talking. There were think pieces, reaction videos, podcasts dissecting every detail. Some fans celebrated Teyana's honesty, saying she took control of her story in a world that constantly twists Black women's narratives. Others felt betrayed by the image they had held onto for so long. Iman's silence became its own headline. One insider claimed he was completely blindsided. Another said he had his suspicions for months, but didn't want to believe it. Some reports suggested he had hired his own legal team to protect his interests regarding visitation and custody. But nothing official had come out. Meanwhile, Aaron made his Instagram public again. He didn't post a long caption or a formal announcement. Just a single photo, him holding the little girl in his lap, her head resting peacefully on his chest. The comments were a mix of support and shock. One wrote, "You waited. You didn't force it. You let the truth come out." Another said, "I hope this child is surrounded by peace no matter what." Teyana, on the other hand, returned to her work. She was seen rehearsing for a new music project. At one event, she was asked about the scandal. She paused, smiled slightly, and said, "The truth sets you free, but healing takes time." That line stuck with people, because for all the chaos, this was a story about healing, about silence breaking, about facing the kind of truth that doesn't just shift your public image, it shakes your entire life. There was a quiet rumor floating through industry circles, a whisper barely louder than a breath. Iman and Teyana had met, privately. No lawyers, No managers. Just the two of them at a low-key dinner spot in New York. No cameras, no staged smiles, no curated captions. Just two people who once shared everything, now sitting across from each other, maybe for the last time as husband and wife. No one knows what was said that night. Some claimed they tried to mend things. Others insisted it wasn't about reconciliation, it was about release. About closing the chapter with grace instead of war. And maybe that's what mattered most. Because sometimes healing doesn't come from holding on. Sometimes it comes from letting go without bitterness, without performance. The truth? Their fairy tale had been cracking long before the public caught on. The perfect pictures, the synchronized dances, the red carpet kisses, they masked wounds that had been bleeding behind closed doors. So when it all came tumbling down, it wasn't about who messed up first or who said what. It was about choosing truth over image, choosing peace over pride. In the end, Teyana stood in the middle of it all. Not shattered, not untouchable, just real. A mother, a woman, trying to protect her daughters, her mind, and her heart. Facing a reality she didn't create, but couldn't ignore anymore. And as for Aaron, he wasn't trying to ruin anything. Maybe he just came to shine light on a truth that had been hidden for too long. Because sometimes, the people in the background carry the loudest truths. And sometimes those leaked calls, they're not just scandals. They're testimonies. Reminders that behind every headline, there's a heartbeat. And this story, it had many.